Okay, everyone, we have 44, 43 students. We were on question number 3 from exercise 7.1. I had discussed with you what to do about this, and we were to write down the answer, I guess. This is over here. So we have to write down the answer for this question here. Question number 3, we have been given that there is a line segment AB, which I have drawn horizontally here in this figure. In the figure given in the book, it's vertical. And then there are two perpendiculars drawn to AB from points C and D, which I showed on the opposite sides of AB. In case you mark them on the same side, then CD will not intersect with AB. So I
The
marked them on
opposite
opposite
angle.
side, right? Yeah, that's correct. So CD, when joined, bisects this horizontal line. So keep that in mind. Sometimes it's confusing when you read the statement CD bisects AB. So you have to prove the bisection of AB. The two parts of AB which you can see, those need to be proved equal. Don't go proving that CO equals to OD. You need to prove that AO equals to OB. And what we're going to do is we are going to consider these two triangles in which for which these two will be the congruent paths in case we prove the triangles to be congruent. Sorry, corresponding paths in case we prove these two triangles to be congruent. And in order to prove these two triangles congruent, what we want to consider is we have a right angle already. So you can take this pair of right angles and then you can take these two perpendiculars which are given to be equal. This is indicated in the question that the perpendiculars you have drawn up equal in length. And then the third thing we require here to write down congruence criterion. Which one could that be?
Vertically opposite angles.
That's correct. We can take these two vertically opposite angles, and then the rule that will be applicable here will be AAS. There are two angles and then the side. So we have angle, and this is the side. And over here,
RHS.
angles are together. We don't have the hypotenuse equal. For RHS, right angle is there, but what about the hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is not equal, so we cannot use RHS here. We'll be using AAS. Let's write the answer for this one. If you want to copy the figure which is given in the book, then that's completely fine. Let's draw the way they have given. So I'll just draw a line segment AB. They had drawn that vertically. And I want perpendiculars for A and B. It's opposite. So we have been given line segment AB. Along with that, we have perpendicular. So AD is perpendicular to AB. Along with that, we have BC perpendicular to AB. CD intersects AB at O. Something which I can just write down in case you want to. Other than that, it's completely fine if you don't write this down. we have to prove that AO equals to OB. This would mean that CD actually bisects the line segment AB. Line segment CD bisects line segment AB. So this is what we want to focus on. We want to prove AO and OB equal. And for the same, we are going to consider two triangles. We are going to consider two triangles, triangle AOD and triangle DOC. And I'm going to just mark the angles here, which I'm going to take. Let's mark this as number 1 and number 2. This one as 3 and 4. So angle 1 from the first triangle in triangle AOD, the one I've written over here. In this triangle, I have angle 1 marked. It is equal to angle 2 of the second triangle. So from the first triangle, angle 1, and from the second triangle, angle 2 are equal. And the reason they are equal is because each of them measures 90 degrees. The second thing that I have is angle 3 of the first triangle, as you can see in the figure, is equal to angle 4 of the second triangle. They are vertically opposite angles. And then finally, I have the perpendiculars which are equal. AD in the first triangle, this one is equal to BC or CB in the second triangle. This is given to me. And the rule that I'm going to use here is angle side. This will give me the triangles to be congruent. So I'll just wait here or pause for a moment and ask you if I'm going to write down the congruence correspondence of the two triangles. Correspondence means I want to write down the vertices here now, and the vertices should be written in the correct matching order. So you can write down the name for the first triangle as such, AOD, and then be careful when you write down the name for the second triangle.
BOC.
BOC.
Because the first vertex A will correspond to the first vertex B. Each of them show 90 degree. The second vertex O corresponds to the second vertex O here, where you have the vertically opposite angles equal, and then automatically the third one will correspond with the third one. So this needs to be done very carefully, because based on this, further we can write down the corresponding paths. So from here I can write down that AO, the line segment formed by the first two vertices, is equal to the line segment formed by the first two vertices. So side AO of the first triangle is equal to side BO of the second triangle, and the reason for this is that these are the corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Anyone with any questions here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If anyone's writing down, do let me know.
Ma'am, wait.
Okay.
Ma'am, done.
The fourth question of the exercise is this one. You have been given L and M are two parallel lines. I'll just indicate that. So L and M are two parallel lines. Then they are intersected by another pair of parallel lines. Both these L and M are intersected by these P and Q lines, which are also parallel to each other. So this would mean that P is parallel to Q. This is what we have. Just based on this, since there are two pairs of lines, there will be four lines, two horizontal and two have been shown in slanting way. So these are intersecting at points A, B, C, D. The points of intersection are marked in cyclic order, A, B, C, D. So this point over here is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. What can you say about the quadrilateral ABCD?
Is a parallel.
Because the opposite sides are parallel for this particular quadrilateral. Can you just observe the side AD and BC are parallel, side AB and DC are parallel, Since opposite sides are parallel, both pairs of opposite sides are parallel, this quadrilateral is a parallelogram. It is not actually required, it's just an observation which I want you to keep in mind. Now, what we want to prove is, we want to prove that the triangles which are named in the question, they are congruent. So again, if you focus on this quadrilateral, the line segment that they have drawn, joining A and C, this actually is the diagonal. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
So we want to prove that the triangles on either side of this diagonal, एक इस तरफ triangle बन रहा है ABC और एक triangle दूसरी तरफ बन रहा है ADC. I'll just name the triangle simply ABC and ADC. I want to prove that these two triangles are congruent. The triangles which are on the opposite side of this. That's fine. You have already answered, Taranpreet. I just want you to observe one thing here. The first thing that I told you to observe was that this quadrilateral here is a parallelogram. And then for this quadrilateral, we want to prove that the diagonal creates two triangles which will be congruent to each other. We are going to prove this. They are saying show that, so we are going to prove this. This will be a true thing. So the conclusion which you can make out from here, it was a parallelogram, and in the parallelogram, when the diagonal was drawn, the two triangles that were created are congruent. This is a result you will do in eighth chapter, quadrilaterals. कि अगर parallelogram में हम diagonal draw करते हैं तो दोनों triangles congruent होते हैं, and it could be any diagonal, not just AC. You could draw BD even, and the two triangles formed in the parallelogram will be congruent. So this is just an observation. And let's just focus on what's given to us. We've been given these parallel lines. There is this line segment drawn. And if we want to prove these two triangles congruent based on these things given to us, हमें सिर्फ parallel lines दिया और कुछ भी नहीं दिया हुआ. So इनको use करके आपको ये वाले दो triangles congruent करने हैं. I will just roughly draw and separate the two. So these are the two triangles, ABC, and this one's ADC. How can you prove these two congruent? Taranpreet has actually given the criteria already. The sides are not equal. You will need to prove that it's a parallelogram first if you want to prove.
In a parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel and equal.
That's correct.
We can
But
prove the angles equal.
We can, Saloni, I couldn't hear you.
We can prove the angles equal. There
can
is
prove
a
the angles equal.
common arm and we can prove two angles.
Okay. Simply stating, I don't think we need to prove anything here. Since you have parallel lines, this line acts as a transversal. This is L, this is M. These two lines are parallel. This is given to you. This here, A and C. This is a transversal, isn't that?
Yes.
Yes,
ma'am.
Alternate.
Angle DAC equals to angle
So
AC.
would this angle be equal to this one?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, so I'll just mark these here. So this angle will be equal to this one. Let's mark these as number 1 and number 2. So angle 1 and angle 2 are equal. These are alternate interior angles. And let's look at the second pair of parallel lines. So second pair of parallel lines
P
is
and
somewhat
Q are
like this.
also parallel.
Again, yes, P and Q are also parallel. So I'm just now going to consider P and Q. And for these two, again, can I say AC is the transversal?
Yes.
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What can you say about these angles?
Angle 3
ACB
to angle 4.
equals to ACD.
ACD equals to?
ACB.
That's correct.
CAB.
So this will be 3 and 4. Angle 3 will also be equal to angle 4, alternate
Yes,
interior angles.
Mm,
Now can you see which
AC
criteria
is
will be applicable?
common.
Yes, this side is
ASA.
common.
By AM.
Now we have ASA rule. So if I had to mark in this triangle, over here where I've drawn the two triangles separately, so what I did actually was I have taken this angle as 1 and this one as 2. These two are equal, and after that I have taken this angle over here and this angle over here. I have mentioned them as 3 and 4. So these two angles are equal, and in between these two angles I have the common side, and that's how the two triangles are congruent. Let's just draw this once again and go over the answer. एक बार ड्रॉ करके फिर से डिस्कस करते हैं कि हम क्या करने वाले हैं. So this is question number 4. Quickly draw the figure.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, can't we use your SSS?
If you want to use SSS, you will first have to prove that this is a parallelogram. And that's actually a theorem in the next chapter. When we have to, or you can just write down by definition that this is a quadrilateral in which the pair of both pairs of opposite sides is equal and, both pair of opposite sides is parallel. So hence it will be a parallelogram. But then you will need to prove how in a parallelogram opposite sides are equal. Because as for now, देखो अभी तक आपको सिर्फ इतना पता है कि पैरेललोग्राम जब बनता है तो ऑपोजिट साइड्स पैरेलल होती हैं, राइट? The second thing you know about it is that in a parallelogram opposite sides are equal, and that is something you want to use here. But right now you have not learned that parallelogram में opposite sides equal होती कैसे हैं. That's what you will learn in the next chapter. Right now, we are just focusing on complete proof of everything. We cannot just use a result which you've learned earlier. Okay, I'll just give another example here. Simple example. आपको बताया हुआ है कि isosceles triangle में opposite two sides equal होती हैं. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And you have learned that if the triangle is isosceles, I'll just try to draw here. Suppose you have an isosceles triangle, and that would mean two sides are equal. And what you write down is that these two angles are equal. आपको पता है ये result. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
AB is
Yes,
equal
ma'am.
to AC. And then you can write down angle 1 equals to angle 2. The next theorem that you will do is to prove ये कैसे हो जाता है, कैसे ये दोनों angles equal हो जाते हैं. So unless you have done the result, you have done the proof for something, you cannot use it. And अभी तक आपने ये prove नहीं किया कि अगर आपके पास एक quadrilateral parallelogram prove हो गया है तो उसकी opposite sides equal कैसे होंगी. Later on, when you've done the whole book, आपने सारे chapters कर लिए हैं. I'm just telling you the scenario. Right now, since we have done only this chapter and we have not yet done the proof for quadrilateral results, तो अभी आपको मैं suggest करूंगी कि मत use करो. Exam में suppose एक question आता है, you can obviously use that result कि ये parallelogram बन गया आपके पास, this particular quadrilateral. I'll just write down the names here. So this quadrilateral formed by these intersection points, this becomes a parallelogram. And since it's a parallelogram, you can say that opposite sides will be equal. Then you can definitely apply your result SSS. And this is the diagonal here. I'm only going to use what's indicated to me here. सिर्फ जो question में मुझे दिया गया है, based on that what I can say. सिर्फ उसको use करके मैं अपना answer prove कर सकती हूँ कि नहीं कर सकती हूँ. That's what I want to try. Just based on what's given. So based on what's given, I can mark this angle equal to this one. These are alternate interior angles. And can anyone tell me ये वाले जो alternate interior angles हैं, ये कौन से pair में बने हैं? Which pair of lines?
P and Q.
That's correct. The observation is very important. And this one and this one.
L and M.
LM.
Yes. And this is the common side. In between the two, we have the common side. Let's write down the answer for this one. We have been given L parallel to M, P parallel to Q. Points of intersection marked as A, B, C, D. And if you want, you can just write down. Then we have to prove triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. So let's just start by considering the two triangles that you have. Consider the two triangles. Let's write down their matching parts. So from triangle ABC, I have this angle marked in orange here. Angle 1 equal to angle 2 of the second triangle. Along with this, I have angle 3 equals to angle 4, the second pair. So 3 will be marked here, 4 will be marked here. In between the two, between 1 and 3, I have the side AC, which is also present in the second triangle.
Common.
And now you can say that the two triangles are congruent by angle side angle.
None.
By AAS.
Yes.
None.
Yes,
Then we
the side
write
is
that
between
angle
the two.
1. Angle 1 equal to angle 2. Do we need to write that in which pair of lines and what is the transversal that we are using here?
No, that's not necessary. You can simply mention that these are pair of alternate interior angles. That will be sufficient. It's just an observation I wanted you to make, because later on, when you have pair of parallel sides, it's very important that you identify. You'll have multiple pairs of parallel lines. तो वहां पे ध्यान से देखना पड़ेगा कि जो पेयर आप बोल रहे हो वो actually parallel lines के बीच में बन भी रहा है या नहीं बन रहा. That's why I asked you to identify the pair of parallel lines between which 1 and 2 are formed and between which 3 and 4 are formed. Because आगे लगेगा लेकिन वो होंगे नहीं. There will be some questions. Just trying to see, make you see something. Okay. Observe the figure carefully. I think someone was about to question. Rohandeep was saying that it will be ASA. Sorry, AAS. Somebody mentioned AAS. This is not AAS. The side lies between the two angles. You can see from the figure between 1 and 3, you have the side lying here between the angles.
Yes.
Right? And the second thing I want to observe, want you to observe here is
Plus.
when we for
Plus.
the second thing I want you to observe here is that the correspondence written between these two triangles, ABC, is not congruent to ADC. The order of the vertices has changed. Just observe, A is corresponding to C and B corresponds to D. These are the opposite one, that's completely fine. And then C corresponds to A. Just write down for yourself to observe the correspondence here. The angle at which is marked as 1, the one shown in orange, will be written matching with the orange one. So A from this triangle will match with C from the second triangle. So write this very carefully. Okay, let's look at question number 5. Question number 5 is about the bisection of an angle. You have been given one angle as angle A and line L bisects that angle. So let's just start by drawing the angle. Let's just simply draw an angle. And this angle has been marked as A. The vertex is A. Just the vertex. A line bisects this angle. Let's draw the bisector for this one. And the name of this line is L. That means these two parts are equal. So let's mark these as number 1 and 2. So you will have angle 1 equal to angle 2. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
After that, let's look what's given in the question. Line L is the bisector of angle A. We have marked that. That means angle A gets divided into two parts and those two parts will be equal. I have marked those parts as 1 and 2. So the parts of angle A shown by 1 and 2 are equal. B is any point on L. So on this line L, they have taken a point B. So let's mark a point B. From this point B, we have drawn perpendiculars on the arms of angle A. So the arm which is horizontal, एक perpendicular उसके ऊपर है from B, and on this one, the slanting one, एक इस पे perpendicular है from B. And the names of those perpendiculars are BP and BP. You have to prove that these two triangles formed here are congruent, first thing. Second thing, these perpendiculars are equal. BP is equal to BQ. So obviously, when we want to prove result number 2, it will be proved with the help of result number 1 because second part में जो वो BP, BQ mention कर रहे हैं, these are the parts of the triangles mentioned in the first part. BP, BQ उन्हीं triangles के parts हैं जो हम congruent prove कर देंगे. और अगर triangles congruent है तो उनके parts भी automatically equal हो जाएंगे. So we want to focus on how to prove the triangles congruent.
By AAS.
So
By
angle
AAS.
1 is equal to angle 2. It's very clear from here. We can see one angle here, right angle. Two angles are equal, 1 and 2. These are equal because bisection of the angle is happening. And the third here is the common side.
AB common.
Common.
Right? This is a simple one. This is AAS and the two triangles will be congruent. And once the triangles are congruent, you can write down that BP equals to BQ by CPCT. Any questions? Before we write the answer, anyone who would like to ask anything? So start writing and you can then match your answer with me, what I'll write here. I'll advise you to try to write the answers for these questions on your own. It's just convenient. आपको practice हो जाएगी. We have given this angle as A and then there is a bisector for this one. going to copy from the question here. This is APB congruent to triangle AQB, and then the second thing we want to prove is BP equals to BQ. I have numbered actually in the opposite way. So in this, I think we have 2 equals to angle 1. Over here we have angle 4 equals to angle 3. And then the third pair is AB equals to AB. Let's write the reasons. This is given to me by section. Then this is because each is 90 degrees, the perpendiculars that were drawn. And the third one is common. And hence the two triangles are congruent by AAS rule. And from here you can write down that BP of the first triangle is equal to BQ from the second triangle, because these are the corresponding parts of the congruent triangles. You can even mark in the figure if you want. This is the common side that we are taking. Anyone with any questions here?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Anyone's writing down, please. Yes.
Ma'am, while proving the congruence, the naming is important. But if we swap like triangle AQB is congruent to triangle APB, will it be wrong?
No. No. You can write down these pairs in the opposite way. मैंने APB पहले लिखा है, APB के parts पहले लिखे हैं. You can change the order, it will be completely fine. अब पहले AQB लिख दो, it will be completely correct.
We can also write angle 1 is equals to angle 2 or angle 2 is equal to angle 1.
This actually is important. These here on the left are parts of this triangle. These on the right are parts of the second triangle. This is something you want to be careful about. कि हम पहले लिख रहे हैं पहले ट्रायंगल के पार्ट्स और फिर लिख रहे हैं सेकेंड ट्रायंगल के पार्ट्स. अगर आप ऊपर नेम्स का ऑर्डर चेंज करते हो तो ये दोनों जो आपके पास जितने पेयर्स बने हैं ये सारे के सारे स्वैप हो जाएंगे.
Okay, ma'am.
This is something which you need to keep in mind. Other than that, अगर आप उल्टा लिखते हो वो करेक्ट है. आपने प्रूफ ही उल्टा कर दिया. Like AQB पहले लिख दिया on the left instead of on here. You write it here and this thing on the right. Completely correct. बिल्कुल गलत नहीं होगा. Even यहाँ पे भी अगर आप लिख दोगे ना आंसर में भी उल्टा लिख दोगे वो भी गलत नहीं होगा. Shall we take up the next question now?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So the next two questions of this exercise are deleted, question number 6 and question number 7. You can just mark that for yourself. The next question we want to do is question number 8. So question number 8 here says that triangle ABC is a right angled triangle and the right angle is at C. So I would like you to draw it roughly with me. We have a triangle and it's a right triangle and the right angle is at C. So let's draw ABC. Further, they are saying that M is the midpoint of the hypotenuse AB. AB का midpoint है M. If M is the midpoint of this line segment, that means these two parts are equal. Is that correct? M is the midpoint